if you're a dog person, you love everything about dogs, love movies about dogs, and you like Owen Wilson and Jennifer Aniston, and you have like, these are your favorite actors and actresses, and you put a dog in the middle of this movie, and you're like, this is the best movie ever. Well, it might not be. And today, I'm gonna break down Marley Me. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Ali Zakka, and what is Movie Breakdowns? A movie review series where we look at new and old movie, give them a grade, A through L, pluses and minuses do count. And if there's a movie when we review, let me know, and I'll try to get to it as fast as I can. And maybe sometime I have a guest on, the guest review the movie with us, with me, or whatever. And I'm just throwing stuff out right at this point. But Marley Me, this movie Marley Me, which was requested by a handful of people at the gym that I train at. So Elvin, Dennis, Paula, and a few other people requested this movie that I watch and review. And yeah, first thoughts of it. It was an okay movie. Exactly, it's an okay movie. A lot of people tell me to watch the movie because it make you sad, because I have a thing where I don't cry during movies. I just don't do it. And it was like, this movie make you cry. This movie make you cry. If you love animals, you will cry. And I love animals. I adore animals. I'm gonna have a dog one day. Right now, I can't afford a dog. I can't afford to take care of myself. So, well, I bring a dog into my life. I can't do that for myself yet. But hey, I had a dog as a kid. My granddad and grandma had a dog named Muffy, and when that dog passed away, it was a very sad moment for me as a kid. I was like, why did Muffy die? Like, that's horrible. Like, yeah. So in this movie, spoiler alert, because the movie came out 2008. Let me double check that. Yeah, 2008. My computer's right here. Like, the dog dies at the end of the movie. Marley dies. But watching this movie, it wasn't about Marley, and that's right there what took me out of it. Like, when I expected to watch the movie, I thought, like, I'll grow attachment to the dog Marley. I'm gonna become attached to it, and like, oh gosh, this dog gonna be a hero, this dog gonna save lives, this dog gonna do something spectacular. Defend the family, rescue somebody, protect somebody, or something. And the dog doesn't really do that. The dog's more of a troublemaker, and I'm supposed to, like, get attached to a dog that causes problems, that causes the family headaches. Just didn't fit to me. And then when at the end of the movie where the dog dies, and they play the sad music, and they play the family reacting to the dog passing away and the dog getting sick and ill, I'm supposed to get compassion for the dog. That one, the dog was such a troublemaker at the beginning of the movie and throughout the movie because they didn't train the dog. So I'm like, this dog is a troublemaker. The dog doesn't learn a lesson about like behavior or how to behave. No, it doesn't get any of that. It just goes from being a main focus to now a side character in the movie, now to dying, and then they put roll back around. Like, you put care about the dog again after, you know, an hour and 20 minutes of the movie. The dog wasn't really a focal point in the movie. And that right there, when they threw the dog in at the end, it's a death scene, and you put get attached to it, time pulling your heartstrings. I was like, no, what the heck? I didn't grow attached to the dog at all. Heck, I didn't grow attached to Owen Wilson growing attached to the dog, because he didn't really have a bonding moment with the dog. He had more of a bonding moment with him growing as a person in the movie, and like learning how, like, going at his goals and just going from one job to another job and constantly working his way up and growing a family that, like, I don't know. It was, the storyline wasn't as good as it. That's my first thought of it. The storyline wasn't that good. It's based off a true story. I will say that. It's based off a true story. So life doesn't flow well. Life is not a real written storyline. Life doesn't have things that like goes like according to plan. However, when it comes to a movie, I get it. This is based on a true story. But when it comes to a movie, you have ideas on how the movie should flow, and you should know how to write a storyline where you should get attached to, like, okay, maybe let's change stuff up based off a true story, but we can pull some things here. Maybe have Owen Wilson break up with his wife and go on a break, and then they bring the dog back, and the dog becomes a focal point of their relationship, which by this point, when that scene does happen where they decide she gets mad at him, Jennifer Aniston gets mad at Owen, and to get rid of the dog, they already have kids and everything. So it's almost like she's frustrated because she's a stay-at-home mom. She left her job and he's constantly working, so they don't really have that conversation. So, but the dog Marley really goes out the picture about, I'll say, majority of the movie, which this movie's 2 hours long. So if Marley's out the movie for, like, he's only thought the movie spread out maybe about 20 minutes at a time. I could be wrong with that. He could be in the movie 30 minutes. But it's still, if he's in the movie 30 minutes of screen time, an hour and 30 minutes of the movie left is a lot of time, which is filled with mostly Owen Wilson character. So characters, I'm gonna have my computer right here. It's gonna pull it up. You might be able to see it on the screen. You might not. But I'm gonna go down the characters here and my thoughts on them. I think the acting in this movie was great, to be honest. I thought everybody did a great job acting. Owen Wilson did a great job as John, who is the father. Jennifer Aniston did a great job as Jenny, especially the scene where they try to have their first kid and it's a miscarriage. The baby doesn't survive, and there's like a shock. It's like, whoa, like this is what, an hour into the movie, and you're like, oh gosh, like what happened? And then after that, which takes the moment for them to really pull on people's heartstrings, it really just shoots out to another, like, we're going to Ireland and just do a bunch of shenanigans, and here's a dog and you take care of the dog, babysitter. I was like, wait a minute, we just had a very important scene here, a very tragic scene, and you don't pull on that? You just kind of let that be there and go? I don't know, I thought that was weird. Alan Arkin, I got his name right, plays Arnie in this movie. He is Owen's boss, or I guess John's boss. I thought he was a great job. He was probably my favorite character in this movie. He made me laugh. He had the jokes. He had the things that was like, oh, that's funny. I liked it. I laughed at this. But he's in the movie for a good moment, and then after that he's gone, and like without him, the movie's not really that funny a movie. It's kind of a dry, boring movie. There's parts of the movie where they try to make you laugh at the dog. I was like, this is ridiculous. I don't laugh at this. Like, I don't know. It just I would say the music in this movie by Theodore Sharpio is great. I probably said his name wrong, but Theodore, he's the composer. Him and, not Christopher Nolan's, the guy that does The Dark Knight, Hans Zimmer. Those two guys, Theodore Sharpio, Hans Zimmer, music, anytime I hear the music in a movie, it's phenomenal. Theodore had the movie The Change Up. His song was in there. That was his composing of that movie. And he did great composing in this movie, especially towards the end when when Marley is dying and you start to hear the sad music come in. It was Theodore's composition of that and composing of that song that really made you like, man, I feel sad. It's a sad moment here. I can feel it. And the tone matched the scene, which is great. Now, one more thing I want to mention in this movie, and that is, I want to say Patrick, Nathan Gamble, who played Patrick. The guy, he hit it out the park for me. When Marley was dying, he had more attachment to the dog than anybody else in that movie, than Owen Wilson's character, than Jenny, than anybody else. When Marley was dying, he had the most heartfelt moment to me. He had the one, he hugged the dog, he hugged Marley, and then at the end when they buried Marley, he goes, I said all I need to say, he knows how I feel about him. And I thought, like, my gosh, that was rock solid. And he probably had that scene, I don't know, maybe had what, 3 scenes, 4 scenes, but that kid, when he was on the screen, I felt him. I felt his passion towards the dog, and I kind of wish I got a movie about him and the dog and his life moments with the dog versus Owen, just use right now his life moments in a journal when because Owen Wilson's character worked for a journalist. He worked for like the Daily Bugle kind of thing, a newspaper company, and he would write an article every week in the newspaper based off his life and shenanigans that went on in his life, and that's how we follow his life. And but I really wish that we got more Patrick and Marley's connection, because they had a sharp, just from the scene that Patrick played in, the kid that Nathan did, he made Patrick seem like a very important character to the dog, and I really wish we got that, but we didn't. Can't think of anything else I really want to talk about this in this movie. I'm looking down my computer here, looking at my notes for Marley Me. Nothing else I want to talk about. Nothing else. I guess if I want to think about one more thing to talk about is that Jennifer Aniston's character in this movie, Jenny, she seemed like a control freak at the beginning of the movie. She said her goals are in life was to find a guy, get married and move somewhere warm. Owen Wilson's character just follow along with that. So he went to Miami, and then she's like, all right, you found a job. That's great. And then her life was like tally. But then Owen's like, let's get a dog. And this is how Marley comes into play. He goes, let's get a dog to slow down her tally. Because Owen felt like the next thing going to happen was a kid. So they get a dog, and try to live with a dog for a little bit, and then they try with the kids. So you get to pretty much go through Owen Wilson and Jennifer Aniston's, or I guess John and Jenny's life for 20 years. I believe 20 years, or however long they had until Marley's death. So pretty much you're seeing their life. You only see it through the eyes of Marley. Marley's just there, which also irked me. I'm like, God dang it. Like, why don't I get to see the eyes of Marley? Like, why couldn't see, like, Marley's moment? Like, maybe A Dog's Purpose. Maybe I need to see that movie, because I feel like that movie probably be more fit for me versus Marley and Me. However, I will say this. Marley and Me did make money. The movie was, it had a budget of, if I find it, 64 million? Let me double check. Cause I'm never gonna find this, cause the movie did make money. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna doubt that. Oh, so it had a budget of 60 million, and the movie made $647.8 million. So that was box office. So the movie outdid its budget. It made money, and maybe because the dog, I don't know. But shout out to the producers of Karen Raw. Director, not producer, but director David Frankel. Shout out to him, because he did a good job with that. He made sure the movie made money, and that's what it did. Alright, last thoughts. Any last thoughts on this? Not really. Don't have any last thoughts. The music was good. The actors did a good job. The story was the only thing that for me that didn't really flow well for me. Alright, it is a Friday night movie. Now, you have to watch the Friday night movie. I wouldn't watch it with my family and friends. I'll probably watch this maybe like if I did and had a group of people, maybe kids, and like kids was over, put a movie on for the kids. But other than that, grading time. I'm going to grade Marley and Me a C-. This movie's a C-. I already kind of told you how I feel about it. The acting's okay. Well, the acting wasn't bad. Like, everybody did a great job acting. The music was great, but the storyline was not good. In fact, they try to like tag on a dog death to make people like, oh, my heart, was kind of messed up. It was really like a low, I feel like it was like a low blow there. They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to play the whole like, oh, Marley's a big part of our family, when Marley wasn't really around in the movie. He was just there. He was just there versus like Marley didn't make a really big impact. To me, it was more about Owen Wilson, or Owen Wilson character John, more about him than anything else in this movie. So shouldn't we call Marley and Me? Should we just like Me and Marley? I don't know. Or Marley and I. Who knows? But it should be Marley and Me. It should be, it's like, it should be about me and then Marley's just there. I don't know. It should be like, I guess a better name. I don't know. What would you give up with a better name in this movie? If you see Marley and Me, what do you think a better apt name for this movie should be? Because definitely it's not Marley and Me. Because Marley wasn't the main focus of the picture. Not Dog's Journey, not Dog's Purpose. The family? I don't know. But that's it, guys. That's it for my review of Marley and Me. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Movie Breakdowns. Please let me know what you guys think. Also, please tell a friend about this series. Please tell a friend if you like this series and you like watch it, or like hear me talk about movies and break them down. Please tell a friend. Please subscribe, and then please share. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. See you guys next time on the next episode of Movie Breakdowns. Keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend about my series. Tell a friend about Grind Towards Success. Tell a friend about the Movie Breakdown series. If you really like these episodes, I really appreciate it. It means so much to me. It means so much. I can't tell you how much it means. Like it's like I'll be really grateful you just told a friend and share and subscribe to the series. And thank you guys for watching this. Also, if you want to follow my journey outside of YouTube or Facebook, you can go to my Instagram page, and you can follow me on my Instagram page at Ali_Zakka. It's right here. Put it right here in my face. That way you're like, where's his face at? Well, it's right behind the Instagram logo. Yeah, but you can follow me on my Instagram page. And also, if you want another episode of Grind Towards Success or Movie Breakdowns, you can watch the episode of Grind Towards Success right here. You can watch the last episode of Movie Breakdowns right there. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. See you guys next time. Keep being awesome.